Okay, Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. This is your brother War making a video to feed the sheep, to edify the lambs, show them to the Akim and Akwathim that are going to be watching this video. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Rakatham. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Title of this video, Paradise and Regeneration. I can't find my sword because I packed up all my stuff. So we're just going to do the screen record today for this video at least. And also, Salaki, I said I was gonna try and re-upload that the time of the Gentiles Day of the Lord video, but it's still bugging out. Probably we'll might redo it if anything. Okay, but for now, let's get straight into it. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 18. I said in mine heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that the Most High might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts. For that which befalleth the sons of men befalleth beasts, even one thing befalleth them. As the one dieth, so dieth the other. Yeah, they have all one breath, so that a man hath no preeminence above a beast, for all is vanity. Now this is the main point. Verse 20, all go unto one place, all are of the dust, and all turn to dust again. And in this society, Esau, if you learn in Esau's schooling system, right, institution, whatever, educational system, whatever you want to call it, they teach you that humans are pretty much beasts. But the children of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, you guys aren't beasts. Right? You guys are the children of the living God, man. So you don't. This doesn't count for you right now. In our bodies, we're just like the heathen. But with the Yahushua is coming back, we're gonna get that new covenant, which is gonna make us immortal. So we're gonna get that real quick. Jeremiah 31 and 31. Okay. Jeremiah 31 and 31. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. So we're in the old covenant still right now. And the new covenant is going to come real soon when the Most High sends Yahushua back after the hell breaks loose on earth, right? This World War III, the midst of World War III, right? The RFID microchipping, right, which is the mark of the beast, right? These race wars, these famines, earthquakes, pestilence. In the time of our trouble, that's when we're going to be saved. That's when we're going to get sent our Savior, and the Most High is going to bring us to the wilderness, and we're going to enter into that new covenant. Verse 32, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them, saith the Most High. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, saith the Most High, I will put my law in their inward parts, and write it in their hearts, and will be their power, and they shall be my people. Right, so he's going to put his laws in us, right, and we won't be able to go off, right? It's gonna be second nature for us to keep the laws of the Most High, right? And the heathen, they don't get to partake in the new covenant. Why? Because they're not his people. So they'll be subject unto sin, but we won't, right? Verse 34, and they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Most High, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith the Most High. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I'll remember their sin no more. Right? Say he'll forgive our iniquity. Okay? And there might be another one I want in Jeremiah 33, saying how he'll never depart from us as well. Let me see. Maybe 35 and like, but I'll go back to where I was at. Here it comes. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If I had my other sword, I probably would have been able to find it a lot easier, but alright, Khan. Nope, that's not it. Oh wait, Khan, this might be it. Right. Oh no, this is not it, but this is also a good one. Jeremiah 33:14. Behold, the days come, saith the Most High, that I will perform the good thing which I promised unto the house of Israel, unto the house of Judah. Right, that's salvation, man. That's the promise to serve him for the rest of for eternity, right, in peace and safety. In those days and at that time will I cause the branch of righteousness to grow up unto David, and he shall execute judgment and righteousness in the land. So I get my voice really raspy right now. I need some water. Verse 16, in those days shall Judah be saved, and Jerusalem shall dwell safely, and this is the name wherewith she shall be called, the Most High our righteousness. Okay, so we're gonna be under the new covenant, but the heathen won't be, right? So salvation off of that only already, salvation cannot be for the heathen. But there's a place where all go, right? When your spirit dies, when your body dies, right? If you don't put it in a casket and like and bury it, right? It's just gonna turn to dust. It's gonna be fertilizer for the earth, but your spirit goes up to the Most High. And where's that place? That's paradise. That's what you hear about the scriptures. It's called paradise, right? It's Luke 23:43, right? And it says oops, let me get this one. Luke 23:41, and we indeed justly, for we receive the due reward of our deeds, but this man hath done nothing amiss. He saith unto Yahushua, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom. And Yahushua said unto him, verily I say unto thee, today thou shalt be with me in paradise. Right? Because Yahushua was gonna go up into be received up of the chariot. Right? But when your spirit dies, you go up into the heavens where the Most High dwells. Your body can't go up there. This flesh can't go up there. Right? Let me get another example where it's called paradise. Right now, Yahushua is still in paradise, chilling right next to the Most High. Or he might not even just be sitting there. Right? He be doing whatever. But he's waiting for the Most High to give him the commandment to come down and rain hell on this place, enslave mankind. Right? Okay, this is 2 Corinthians 12:1. It is not expedient for me, doubtless, to glory. I'll come to visions and revelations of the Lord. This one talking about Yahushua. I knew a man in Hamashiach about 14 years ago, whether in the body I cannot tell, or whether out of the body I cannot tell. Most I know. Such an one caught up to the third heaven, right? Paul speaking about himself, right? Saying how he got caught up to the third heaven, where the Most High dwells, paradise. And I knew such a man, whether in the body or out of the body, I cannot tell. Most I know it, and it's so real that you'd feel so real in it, you wouldn't be able to tell whether it was a dream or not, because that's how real it feels. Right? When down here you can't even fathom it. Right? Verse 4, how that he was caught up into paradise and heard unspeakable words, which it is not lawful for a man to utter. You can't describe it in words. How amazing it is where the Most High dwells. Okay, so let's go to Job. So when you die, your spirit goes to paradise, whether you're wicked or not. You don't go to hell and burn forever. The scripture just said that you're in Ecclesiastes that your what's it called, your spirit goes up. And the Most High receives your spirit, and you're in paradise until He sends you back on the earth. Right? He gives you a judgment based on the deeds you did on the earth, right? And you live it out when you get back on the ground, because you're in the spirit. You can't feel no pain. You can't go off in the spirit. Your flesh can. Okay, so Job 3. Let me start at verse 10. Days Job is mourning because he got put through hell. Most like he sent Satan on him. It gave him evil, but he was a just man, right? but he was mourning, and this is what he was saying. Verse 11, 3 and 11. Why died I not from the womb? Why did I not give up the ghost when I came out of the belly? So he's saying this topic is death right now. Okay, why did the knees prevent me, or why the breasts that I should suck? For now should I have lain still and been quiet. I should have slept then had I been at rest. With kings and counselors of the earth, with which built desolate places for themselves, or with princes that had gold, who filled their houses with silver. Or as in hidden untimely birth I had not been, as infants which never saw light. Right? So he's speaking about death, and here's a point in verse 17 and 18. There the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. And there the prisoners rest together, they hear not the voice of the oppressor. The place where death is, this is what he's saying that is happening. The wicked people don't trouble people anymore, because they're in the spirit. You can't be wicked in the spirit. It said being spiritual is the law. The law is spiritual. Your spirits keep the heathen have spirits too, but they on the earth they can't keep the law because it's not given to them. But we're gonna make them keep the law to the best of their ability down here, but they're still gonna have to die. Okay, so there the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. Right, the poor people and these homeless people that have to live a hard life down here, whether you be in America or wherever in the world, right? You're at rest over there. You don't even need to eat up in the spirit world. You don't feel pain. You don't feel no trouble. You don't get sick. You don't feel none of that, right? How come it said the wicked cease from trial? I thought the wicked supposed to go straight to hell when they die. Verse 18, there the prisoners rest together. They hear not the voice of the oppressor, right? A lot of all our people that died from Esau. There's people who the Edomite spirits are up there chilling with Jake up there, right? 19, the small and great are there, and the servant is free from his master. Okay, so that's where paradise is. That's what Job is talking about. Death. When you die, your spirit goes to paradise, right? And Yahushua was telling the the man who committed iniquity, the I forget, the prisoner that was up on the crosses alongside him, right? That he was gonna die alongside with him today, right? Yahushua had to die he had to die and for 3 days, 3 nights. Then he would have been risen back up. Yeah, but Job is saying the main point I want y'all to understand is that after death, your spirit goes to paradise, where there's peace up there, right? Whether you're wicked or evil. I mean, whether you're wicked or good. Okay, and then let's get Second Ezra to show you that the judgment comes. You get the Most High tells you your judgment, then you live it back out when you come on the earth, right? But Christianity will tell you until you die, if you died, right, being wicked, that you'll go to hell and burn forever for all eternity. And if you were good in your life, you go to heaven in the sky somewhere, right where the Most High is. The earth is the kingdom's gonna be on the earth, and the Israelites are gonna rule on the earth, right? The sons of God are gonna rule on the earth, and the Most High is gonna rule. The Most High is gonna have control of everything. Okay. This is 2 Ezra 14 and 34. Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding and reform your hearts, ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy. For after death shall the judgment come. So after your death, the judgment comes, right? When we shall live again. When you live again after death, the judgment comes, okay? And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared. Right, so the Most High, you go to the spirit world, right? The Most High tells you, it judges you based on what you did, right? So you're chilling up there for a certain period of time until He puts your spirit back on the earth, right? Let me get in Ecclesiastes, because but you don't remember your past life. So just like when they asked John the Baptist, if he was Elijah, he said he is who he is, pretty much. He's like, what are you talking about? I ain't him. He was him. He didn't know. Okay. Let me get this. This is Ecclesiastes 1:11. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. Right. So once your spirit gets put back, you don't remember the past. You don't remember who you were in your past life. Right. So let's go into that regeneration, man. Right. Show you your spirits. People do come back in the scriptures, but but Christianity will teach you that people don't come back. So how is Elijah supposed to come if he there's no such thing as regeneration, right? Let me get into Malachi. Right, so this is Malachi chapter 4 verse 1. I just need one. Malachi, where is it? Okay, there's verse 5. So okay. Here's Malachi 4 verse 5. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. The day of the Lord hasn't happened yet. Okay, the day of the Lord hasn't happened yet, which like I said, I made a video on, right? But it didn't get to post it up properly because, well, you couldn't hear my audio. The day of the Lord is also the time of the Gentiles and their time to rule, right? This is pretty much their heaven right now, right? But our heaven is coming real soon, right? We're in hell right now for these past years catching our judgment, right? And once our judgment's up, we're gonna get a reward, which is the promise to be able to serve the Most High forever, right, under this new covenant. It says Obadiah 15, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For all these thousands of years of them oppressing the children of Israel, from Egypt, even from Adam, from the time of Adam all the way till now, right? It's thousands of years. Okay, that's the judgment that's coming to them. We've been living out our judgment right here. Every time we get back on the earth, we're catching hell. For 16, for ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. That's why the Most High is not mentioning the day of the Lord. The day of the Lord is, yeah, he's going to kill 2/3 of his people, but it really isn't that. After that, it's done. He's not judging his people no more. We're going to be completely righteous. So that's why it's mainly for the time against the heathen, right? But look, he says, that's why it's important, right? It says, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions, right? Our inheritance, which is the land, right? And you other nations, it's in the law of the Most High. If you other nations are watching this video, you have to take your place, man, because your place is to be under the children of Israel. Right? That's the order of this world. Leviticus 25:44, both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids which thou shalt have shall be of the heathen that are round about you. Of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids. Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you, which they begot in your land, and they shall be your possessions. Ye shall take them as an inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them forever, to inherit them for a possession. They shall be your bondmen forever. But over your brethren, the children of Israel, ye shall not rule one over another with rigor. Right? So we're not allowed to oppress each other, but we can oppress the heathen. We can rule over them with rigor. Right? That's our possessions, part of our possessions. Right? So let's go back to that. Right? I wanted to get I got second Ezra, but going back into regeneration real quick, right? So Revelation 10 and 11. Let me start at 9. Right, so this is John getting the vision, the breakdown from the angel, right? And this is what the angel is telling him, verse 9. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. And I took up the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings. So John's gonna have to come back on the earth again to prophesy. So anybody telling you the prophets ain't here again today, then they're liars. How if there's no regeneration, how's he gonna be back on the earth then? The scriptures talks about you being brought back on the earth, but the Christianity teaches against that, right? So John 1 and 20. Let me get Malachi 3 because John the Baptist was Elijah that was prophesied to come, and then Abba Bivens was John the Baptist who was prophesied to come before the day of the Lord. So it's in Malachi 3 and verse 1. Behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me. And the Lord, whom ye seek, shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant, whom ye delight in. Behold, he shall come, say Yahweh of hosts. Right? Who's that messenger? Who shall prepare the way? Right? Here, let me get in John 1:27. So John 1:27. So I can start at verse 23. Let me start at verse 21. And John 1 and 21. And they asked him, what then? Art thou Elias? And he said, I am not. Art thou that prophet? And he answered, no. Right? Because he doesn't have remembrance of his past. Right? But Yahushua confirmed that he was Elijah. That was for to come. Right? But let's keep it pushing. Verse 22. Then said they unto him, who art thou, that we may give an answer to them that sent us? What sayest thou of thyself? He knew he was preparing the way for Yahushua. Verse 23, he said, I am the voice of one crying in the wilderness, make straight the way of the Lord, as said the prophet Isaiah. Right? And they which were sent were of the Pharisees, and they asked him and said unto him, why baptize then thou, if thou be not that Hamashiach, nor Elijah, neither that prophet? John answered them, saying, I baptize you with water, but there standeth one among you whom ye know not. He it is who coming after me is preferred before me, whose shoes latch I am not worthy to unloose. Right? That's Yahushua, who's gonna come after him. He knows this, but Yahushua is king over this whole world too, man. All the knees gonna bow to him and Yahweh. Right? All the knees are gonna bow to Yahweh Bashum Yahushua. Right, Yahushua is our king. He's the ruler. He's the ruler of us, man. Okay, we ain't even worthy to touch him. And maybe after we get our new bodies, but let's get it in where Matthew 11, right? But you see how John said, I ain't Elijah. What are you talking about? Matthew 11 and 11. Oh, so lucky. It's in Matthew 11 and 11. No. Okay, wait, come on. Let's get all right. Okay, come on. There's also another one I want to get. I think it's Matthew 17. Okay, but let me check. Let me get this one first for y'all. This is Matthew 11 And in 11, verily I say unto you, among them that are born of woman, there hath not risen a greater than John the Baptist. Notwithstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force. For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John. And if you will receive it, this is Elias which was for to come. But you just seen how they asked him if he was Elias. He said, no, I'm not. But he was the one who was there to prepare the way for Yahushua. So he was Elijah, right? It was Matthew 17:10. And his disciples asked him, saying, why then say the scribes that Elias must come first? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Elias truly shall come first and restore all things. But I say unto you that Elias is come already, and they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed. Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them. Then the disciples understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist. You see that? You see that, man? These guys, y'all, oh my gosh, these men don't know the scriptures, man. Christianity, y'all need to get out of Christianity now. Y'all need to get out of that Christianity foolishness now, man. So John the Baptist is Elijah, man. It's plain and simple in the scriptures. I hope I broke it down for you real quick. But that's regeneration in the scriptures. Some of y'all watching could be Daniel, all right. You could be any of y'all sisters could be Judith, right? What's it called? You could be y'all, and you don't have to be like one of the big prophets, but y'all are Israelites. When we get into the wilderness, we'll ask Yahweh all these questions. But let me get back to Malachi. So Malachi 3:1. Behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me. And the Lord whom ye seek shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant whom ye delight in. Behold, he shall come, saith Yahweh of hosts. Okay, and now the verse 4, right? This is talking about now in this our time. This one is talking about in our time. Saying, behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. Right? And just like in the past, like they did whatever they wanted to John the Baptist, the same thing they did to Albert Bivens. He got murdered. And nobody was looking at him like he was the people who did it wasn't looking at him like he was a prophet. Right? But yet he had followers, and now because of him preparing the way, now all of us are out here doing the will of the Most High. Right? Verse 6, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. It's just how you know the Most High is coming real quick, man. He's coming real soon. Okay, and I'm in an uncomfortable position doing it. I should have just sat up, but that's pretty much it. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a few more, plenty more scriptures you can get into. Like, I could go into Yahushai Solomon. Probably need to just get us a few more notes on that, because there's a lot of precepts, but it's pretty plain to see. This is plain and simple, man. This is plain and simple. There's regeneration in scriptures, and you don't go to a place where you burn forever when you die. Right? And let's close on this. This is Proverbs 8:8. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing forward or perverse in them. They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge. Receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. Right? So there's people who can't understand that regeneration is in the scriptures. Okay? But if the Most High opens up your eyes and your ears, right, he opens up your heart to understand his words, then you'll understand. And it's plain and simple to you. You try and break it down to other people, they're like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Or they'll look at, no matter how many scriptures you bring out to them, they'll look at one scripture and just say that outrules 1,000 other scriptures. I don't care. So, kind of like with that, I'm gonna say, Kal Halal Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai Shalom.